Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tough Crowd podcast. I'm Maisie.
I'm Emma.
And I am Jenny.
Yay.
Yay. We're all here finally. Thank you to Google Chrome.
I wonder if we'll go a week without having technical difficulties.
I don't think
Seems
so.
not.
No.
Seems not. If I mute myself to cough, that's why I'm muting myself. Because I don't have a microphone to take away and bring back.
Emma's sickly this week, so...
I'm actually doing a lot better today.
So let me tell you the update from down here. The battle that is Florida. Today I came through the traffic circle, not the rotary, but the traffic circle, and a car was driving the opposite way, the wrong way.
No way.
Yes. It took me a second to react.
What traffic circle?
The one right at the entrance to our community, PGA.
How does that happen?
I don't know. It was so shocking that I paused. I didn't even know what to do for a second. And then it just veered and made a sharp U-turn because he or she realized that they were going the wrong way.
I feel bad for them because can you imagine how long their heart pounded for after that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were
thrown up.
I think they were coming from the shopping plaza where the bagel store is, and I think they turned the wrong way, but I don't know how you would turn the wrong way into that circle.
They took a left out of the...
I think so, because they were coming that way. So like when you come to turn down the main road, they were coming around the circle.
Wow.
Everybody sort of slammed on their brakes. Anyways.
That happened to me there too. Somebody was driving right at me, but you just hope they move.
I feel like that's happened to me too before.
Yeah.
But it was like a really old person.
Yeah, like...
And they were going really slow.
Confused.
This is one of those Stuart Little tiny cars, so I'm not sure what was going on.
Like the Fiats?
Yes, very tiny. Could have been somebody from Europe who's used to driving on the other side of the road, perhaps. I don't know.
That's true. But I feel like that's when you're the most alert, would be like, oh, I'm in a different country. And I know I have to drive on the other side of the road. Like, you'd think you'd be ultra aware.
I don't know, but that wakes
Maybe
you up
not,
when you're
though.
driving.
Yes.
What else is
new?
Well, I bought some clothes today.
That was mean. I was saying what else is new, like as in bad drivers, but then I realized everyone took that as what else is new. So we'll go with that.
I went to Banana Republic, and they actually have a lot of cute things right now. And they're doing a huge family and friend sale, so I got a couple things for work. For work and non-work.
Mom's Darth Vadering in the microphone.
Because I'm trying to remain interested in the riveting Banana Republic story.
Okay, I'm sorry. You sent me the same videos of you trying on the same dress I've seen 100 times, and I'm like, it's cute. Like it was.
What dress?
Mom, this dress you sent me 3
I just
times
got
now.
it. I just got it in the mail.
You've definitely didn't you try it on somewhere?
Yes, I did try it on
dress?
before at
You've
Lola
sent me
Dre.
pictures yes, so you're gaslighting me because you're like, I just got it. I'm like,
But I never bought it before. I bought it because it was on sale. I didn't know that. I didn't remember.
No, Emma, you know what our conversation was yesterday was that maxi skirt that she's like, I think I'm going to get rid of it.
God.
And I'm like, why? We already went over what you could wear with it. She's, but I can't wear this white t-shirt with it. And she shows me. I'm like, you have to tuck it in.
I told her that too, and she goes, I don't have anything I can tuck in.
No,
and I
you
respond,
don't.
she's like, I know that's not true.
She's like, you don't get it. It hangs over. I'm like, that's what happens when you tuck something in. Just go with it.
No, but it's also got too much volume on the side. So even when you tuck it in, it's billowing out and doesn't look.
Don't you have just a normal white t-shirt?
No, that's why
yes, you do.
No.
I do not.
You definitely do. You have a lot of stuff in that closet, and you don't have a white t-shirt. Like that's the most
not that goes with that
thing.
skirt, which is why I think I need to return it.
What does that mean? Why
I'm
do you
struggling
need a
with
special
that skirt.
white t-shirt?
Because it has to be tight enough.
Well,
Otherwise,
I'll
it looks
take it.
ridiculous.
I'll take it off your hands.
Take what?
The skirt.
Okay.
Why don't you help her?
I
put an
tried,
outfit together?
Emma.
I can save it for when you come, Emma.
We literally did it together. Do you not remember?
Yeah, we did do it together.
And then I told her again, and I said, she showed me the video she sent you, and I saw your text below, you have to tuck it.
I know, but I'm struggling. I feel like if I'm struggling this much before I've even worn it, that I should get rid of it.
Struggle about.
I think it's overwhelming on me. I think it's too big.
I feel like every 18 months you buy a skirt like this.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so
and then it sits in your closet for 6
And this one was not cheap. This one was expensive.
No,
So
the one before it was that pink Zara one that you wore.
Oh
you
my
did
God.
wear. Like,
I
once
did
or
actually
twice.
wear that.
Yeah, but
It
that
now
was
and
a
then.
But it was
struggle,
a-
too.
But you also would freak out about that skirt.
Yeah, I think it needs.
Maybe
You
skirts
need,
aren't your thing. Yeah, I'm not a skirt person either.
but I think if it's a pattern skirt, you have to have a matching top.
I don't agree.
Well,
that's a
all.
mom.
that's
thing.
what I think because I feel like I'm not going to wear it otherwise.
So you might as well buy a dress.
So-
Because
Yeah.
at this point, if you're only gonna wear this,
They make that skirt in a dress version, so why don't you just get it in the dress?
Oh, look at you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brainstorm.
Or I have that dress in green, and you can just wear that.
Okay. Look, saving me money.
I mean, Maisie's like the shopping connoisseur because every time she posts, I'm like, oh, I don't think she ever wears the same outfit twice. It's like new clothes, new
No,
clothes,
because
new
I actually
clothes.
I don't wear regular clothes that much, so every time I put on clothes, it's something new.
Did you post your new jeans you had on the other night? Last
did.
night, was it?
I did.
Yeah,
last
wow.
night.
Those are pricey jeans. I clicked on the link and I was like, can't afford those. Must be nice to be Maisie.
You're thinking maybe I just will go back and live at home.
Literally.
I bought this T-shirt, and I literally look like a muscle woman in it. I'm not
From?
sure what to do about that. It's like this small business.
So,
Do it.
do you guys have anything exciting to talk about?
You know, I actually had this funny thing that happened to me today.
Also, that
And-
sounded like passive aggressive.
Yeah, 'cause
That, like,
she's mad-
everything we've
she's
said so
mad we're
far
coming
isn't
healthy.
exciting.
But Mom, I told you about this guy that I matched with him a while ago on Hinge, but like I know him mutually through other people, and he keeps saying he'll like we'll go. To
Isn't this
dinner or
the
something. You don't need to
Relative of a friend?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And it's like he acts like he's literally the president, like of how busy he is, and I'm like, okay, no one's that.
Sounds like
busy.
you. You
Yeah,
sound like
right?
a match made in heaven.
And so he'll like randomly respond to my Instagram and say something. And so today I posted like my pic. I saw my friend, and he's like, I was at this coffee shop like next to an apartment complex, and he's like, I saw you today. And I was like, so like you couldn't have said hi? Not sure.
He
like-
saw you like he was on the same street, or what do you mean?
I guess he lives in that apartment complex.
Where you were today?
Yeah, it's on like Dixie. It's right next to Buchan Sandwich Shop, and I like.
Goals. That's where you should live so we can go all the time.
I mean, it's a really nice apartment complex, but I'm like, so you like, why couldn't you like come say hi?
Did you say
But
this?
also, if you're not going to...
Did you
if you're not
say
gonna say
why
hi,
didn't you
then
say
don't
hi?
No, I didn't respond to it yet.
If you're not going to say hi, then don't text like, I saw you. Pick
I
a lane.
know, it's
That's
like-
You
weird.
either say hi or you don't say hi and move on and pretend you didn't see someone. Not like, hey, I wasn't man enough to come say hi to you, but I'm going to text you creepily. I see
But he's
you.
also like older than me, so
You give age too much credit with men.
I
That doesn't
think,
mean a
yeah.
lot.
I mean, he's only a couple of years older, isn't he?
I think I don't know.
Unless he's like
exactly.
40, there's not going to be a big
No.
difference.
It's not a big difference.
Also, Natalie doesn't drink Celsius.
Oh, well, good for her. I'm going to order these other ones. So,
Why are you being so aggressive?
do
Do
we
you
want to
feel
get into a
attacked?
critique of everybody's habits of any
Well,
sort?
do you want something that's linked to that?
What?
Do you want something?
Okay,
linked to
Maisie,
it?
just let it go.
I don't want to let it go.
You're like Dad. You're like me sometimes too when it's we can't help ourselves. Dad called me the other day and he was like, I'm just calling to check on how you're feeling, and I'm telling him about my week, and he goes, I gotta go, someone's calling me, I gotta go. And like screams and leaves, and I'm like, love you, talk to you later.
You know what I
think
think
it was
we-
Mom calling, as if like he can't call Mom 5 minutes later. Must hang up now.
Do you know what I think we should do? I think we should have a tough crowd podcast, The Men Tell All. Have
Okay,
one,
but
maybe.
it's gonna take. Do you think Dad's gonna be like a mute on it? 'Cause he's not gonna like it.
We could have Dad and Uncle Eric for an episode, or Bobby and Justin.
Huh. That'd be the whole thing. Huh. Bobby would be good at it.
We're waiting for Bobby's special, right, Maze?
I know.
I
Well,
know.
oh, you're not gonna be there when he's down there.
You know, Nat says they're not good for you at all, but neither is alcohol. Is what she said.
That's true.
True.
True. So shout
And
out
I ain't giving up
Natalie.
my Cosmos. Cosmo a day keeps the doctor away.
I learned about this new product today. Everything's beef tallow based, and they have a beef tallow green.
How is
Just like a
beef
little
tallow
bit.
good for you?
That's the new thing is people rub beef tallow all
Yeah,
over
it's
themselves instead
natural.
of using skincare. Yeah, Mom, I'm with you on
That
that.
sounds
That's where I draw the line.
disgusting.
No, it's
Also,
not.
like, you think you got zits now? Wait till you rub beef tallow on your face.
It's not like that, apparently.
Can you
Okay, but
explain what
you have
beef
the most
tallow
sensitive
is?
Skin.
I do have I wouldn't use it to replace my skincare, but I'd try the sunscreen.
But what is beef tallow?
Beef, I'm looking it up.
I don't know, beef fat.
Isn't
from,
it like
derived from
boiled
the
beef
bone?
fat?
Yeah, rendered form of beef fat.
Yeah, no, it
So
sounds
gross.
disgusting. It sounds like sludge. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
As
If you can use something to throw on your pan to cook a steak, I don't want to put it on my face. You know? You both are like Darth Vader today.
Mom's like extra Darth Vader-y.
All right, I'm going to stay away. Maybe I'm stuffy today.
And stuffy.
The serial killing continues down here. I have Otis down here,
no.
as everybody knows still. So Otis and Lewis and Leo. I was working at the kitchen table, and they were in and out, and I looked down, and there's a gecko on its back, splayed open, been chomped, dead at my feet. I don't know who did it.
No, the other day when you FaceTime me and she's, oh my gosh, look at this. And it's like a dead gecko on the ground. It's like she can't find Otis. So she goes to find him. She comes back and the gecko is near the table. Leo's like standing, staring at her with his paw just fully on top of the gecko. Mom's like, get off the gecko. And he's looking at her like,
Because
what
sometimes
gecko?
he
What are you talking about?
He paws it to try and play with it.
I don't know, but there's been an increase in the murders of the geckos, and I
Yes.
guess the one common denominator is my son that's down there.
Correct.
I don't know if it's really his fault.
How's he been sleeping horribly still?
He may be sleeping in the garage.
Last night he nipped at Lewis as they were going to bed and scared him.
He like tried to play and then
No, he
okay.
like at
About
Lewis.
what?
I don't know.
About
He didn't
what?
want Lewis anywhere near him on the bed. And so Lewis pasted himself against the headboard and looked petrified. So we'll see what happens tonight.
Louis' stomach is about to be literally dragging on the ground because Mom started this training app with him. And she refuses to go off the regimented schedule of it because the first part is just for the dog to recognize their name being called and to like
because she thinks he doesn't know his name.
And I'm like, he literally knows his name.
No, I'm
And
following
she's
the
giving
process
him, like,
of the
10
app.
treats a minute.
No, I'm following the process of the app. The app has
He had a whole
processes.
bag of treats today.
No, I started giving him blueberries instead.
Okay, when I got home, you were back to the treats.
But I want to follow the process.
And like you call his name and then you go, yes. And I'm
That's
like,
what
what's the
the-
yes supposed to do?
Are you a dog trainer? Do you know anything about dog training? I'm
No,
following the dog training
I have a
app.
genuine I actually asked a genuine question, but you didn't have an answer.
It's the name section. It's recognizing the name and having them pay attention to you.
Yes, but he knows
that is part
his
of the
name.
one of the biggest things to train them is making them like their focus always be on you, that you can bring their
Correct.
focus back to you, which is what I need to start doing with
So this
Otis,
is the preliminary part of it. I'm working on the app, and then I will move on to the next section in a couple of days.
Do they have a section for leash aggression?
They have all the sections.
Territorial?
I was actually going to share it
They
with you
got
because it could be
all the
good.
sections.
Yeah, I need to
And they
try that
have
with my dog.
they have really good instructions, and then they have a video showing another trainer training another dog doing the same exercise.
Oh, okay.
Maybe when
So
I'll
it's pretty
come
good.
home, Lewis will be I don't know.
I mean, what training does he
Perfect.
really need? He just needs to learn how to listen because he's literally like Ferdinand the bull out in the yard. It's like Lewis, and he like
No,
looks at you and then
he
just keeps up on
has-
his merry way.
He has like his clinginess, Mom says, is about dominance, and I agree. And now I can't look at him the same.
A lot of trainers will
it's
say
because
that.
he's so anxious that he has to be dominant to make himself feel less anxious.
Yeah, but then
so it's like an
annoying.
endless
He's
cycle.
literally sitting on my neck, and I can't do anything.
Right, he can't be close enough to
He
you.
like hit everything out of the way, and I'm like,
I would have
I
said that
need a little bit
sometimes.
of space.
Speaking of
Anywho.
crazy animals, we've had some wild boars here in Florida that have ripped up lawns in our development.
Always been around. But
They've always been around. I've heard of them, but I'd never seen a video. Somebody posted a video on Nextdoor of this boar that had ripped up this one lawn. And my friend lives over near there. So when I texted her, she said that this boar or pack of boars had ripped up 10 lawns that night. And I guess they're super dangerous, that they can charge you and attack you.
My golf
How big
tournament
are
got
they?
delayed once because they had to go catch the boar on number 3.
How big are they? Like big? Like
They're
king
big.
size?
They're like a giant pig, basically.
The one that they posted on Nextdoor, he looked like, he or she, I don't know, looked like it was maybe 150 pounds. I'm pretty
Oh my
big.
God.
Yeah. But the whole lawn
That,
was
like,
ripped
would-
up.
I just know that would happen to me. Like I'm not in Florida that often. The one time I come down, oh, get charged by a wild boar in Surrey Road. Like I just know what happens. Everyone here does.
And Otis would be barking.
But I
at him.
guess they'll attack dogs and other things. But it can't get in our fenced-in area, which is good.
That's true.
It
can't
could
squeeze in
probably,
there.
like mow down your fence.
I don't think it would do that. We
It's
just
in
keep
concrete.
moving.
The other thing that I've noticed recently down here is there's a speakerphone epidemic. Nobody seems to have headphones anywhere. Publix, everybody is on the speakerphone through the entire shopping.
speakerphone.
I don't get it. Like everybody has to hear your conversation. It's totally
That's just 'cause
obnoxious.
it's a lot of old people.
No,
They
it's.
can't multitask. They can't hold the phone, so it's like on speaker.
You think that's it?
But
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think.
They have to
Because
hold the
there's
phone
there
to be
isn't
on
that issue up
speakerphone.
here. Yeah, but they can put it down. I don't know.
No, but then I see
I
people.
think that's everywhere, honestly.
No, but I see people out and they're playing music and they're walking around like it's an 80s boombox. They just don't have headphones in.
I think if
Walking
you're on a
around
walk,
there with music. What? Walking around
if
in
you're
Publix
on a
with
walk,
music?
No. I'm talking outside, not in Publix.
What's wrong with
I don't
that?
think that's that weird.
Why can't you play music as you're walking?
I do
But
that if
no
I put on my
headphones?
headphones. Sometimes your
Who
headphones
cares?
are.
You're walking by.
And I'll
you.
listen to
You
my
hear it
podcast.
for
Okay.
a second. What if they're
Moms,
nervous
like,
to get mugged?
See, the more stories I hear, maybe moms have problems with
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. What if they're scared to get attacked from behind, so they listen to it out loud, so they have.
There you
they can
go.
still hear
Okay. That's a
things?
theory.
Remember, you told me in that book you were reading that you have to be more understanding of people's circumstances.
Correct.
Okay, that's not a circumstance. So she meant more, oh, someone's in a bad mood or is angry
Yes.
that day, like a service person. Instead of being like they're bad at their job, it's maybe they had something really hard going on today.
I know. Mom's like, I don't give grace.
No, I'm just trying to
You get
understand
one
the speakerphone
shot,
thing.
One shot only. My week was actually.
Why?
It wasn't that.
No, it's not true.
Yeah, I actually forgot what I did this week. I went to a golf tournament. You know.
Came in second.
I stayed in an interesting Airbnb. Mom, you would have never stayed there.
Why? What happened?
It was like in this neighborhood, but like I think it was safe because there were like families walking around and stuff, but like it was so far back in this neighborhood and it was like side roads and back roads and like you were driving on dirt roads.
Dirt
Like,
roads.
Yeah, like it was like paved roads and then you went so far back that it was dirt roads. And I'm like, Mom would not be
That's a
calm.
no-go in Florida.
You're making Mom really anxious just
No,
thinking
there were
about
4
this.
of us and we were all it was fine. And there was a cop like 2 doors down, so we were like, if a cop lives here,
That's
how
true.
bad can it be? But they had this special water filtration system that reset between 3 and 4 a.m. So you couldn't use water between those times. And 2 of us were like, I literally get up to pee at 3 a.m. So just
That
can't
doesn't. You
flush
just
the
still flush the
toilet.
toilet.
I didn't because I was.
I
like,
wonder
what
if that's
it doesn't
because it's near the beach, near the water.
work? It wasn't near the water. It was
Oh.
inland.
That's odd then. I've never heard of that.
I don't know, but the water had a slight essence of like poop, so I don't know if it's recycled or something. But like, we didn't mention it until the last day because we were like,
No one wanted to acknowledge.
yeah,
it.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it has an essence of like, you know, when it has that slight like sulfury smell.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
One time, when I studied abroad in Prague, 2 of my friends and I, we went to Salzburg, Austria for the weekend, and one of my friends booked the Airbnb, and I should have just realized that I shouldn't have let her book it because we get there and it was a shared Airbnb, so you could book rooms out. So we had a room in this Airbnb with all these different people
Oh,
staying in
no.
different rooms. But it was like Salzburg, Austria is really small city. So we couldn't find anywhere else. I was like, we should get a hotel. I don't care at this point. This is weird. But we couldn't find anywhere, so we had to suck it up and stay in this
So you all
farmhouse
stayed
with
in
all these
one
other
room?
people. It was like 2 double beds in a room. So there was room for us.
Yeah.
For the 3 of us. But
you just had to lock your door.
So it was like Dwight Schrute's Beat Farm.
I never watched The Office, but I'll take your word for it.
You've never watched The Office?
I've tried to. I don't find it
me
funny.
too. Like, I've watched a couple episodes.
You're
but,
kidding.
I can't get into it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I missed the boat,
It's
I guess.
like I think it's slightly off in my humor.
I think it's hysterical.
I mean, it's funny, but like, I don't want to dedicate my life to watching all the seasons.
You don't have to dedicate your life. You could just
watch.
It's on all the time.
See, this is where you act like you're as busy as the president.
I'm not at all. I will be home for one day in April, though, so I think that counts as busy.
Well, I was so sick on Wednesday that Bobby asked if I needed anything, and I said a gun because my head hurt so bad.
I feel like
I was laying
you
on the
have
couch.
a chronic sinus problem. And don't say you don't get sick a lot, because you do.
So this, though, isn't a sinus infection. Like, it's already,
Sounds
resolving itself very easily. I'm stuffy, but that's a big difference in having a sinus infection. Like, you can be sick and have congestion and it slowly resolve itself versus a sinus infection that lasts.
Because you had a cough and everything, didn't you?
I have a slight cough, but it was more like my body felt horrible in my throat. Whereas this is, now I'm just like runny nose because it's working its way through my body. And Dad had the same thing, which was weird because we haven't seen each other in a while. So I don't know why we both would have the same illness.
I think it's just something that's going around. A lot of people have been sick with things.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So let's get into tube talk.
The first thing that I have for Tube Talk is I watched Adolescence, which is on Netflix. It's British. It's new. It's what are you laughing at?
Do you have like your bullet points ready?
No, I'm trying to
It's new.
Did you finish it?
It's British.
Already?
Yeah, it's 4 episodes, and it's
it.
about this boy who's accused of murdering a female classmate.
How old is he?
13. So it starts out, and this isn't giving anything away, it starts out that his house is raided and they arrest him. And then they backtrack from there in terms of what happened and then go forward and figure out what happens after that, after he's arrested. 4 episodes. I'm thinking it's building, it's going to be some plot twist, etc. And I have to tell you, the ending last night, I was furious.
Are you sure it's all out?
No. It said 4 episodes, limited series.
Right.
Yeah, but
maybe
sometimes
there's
they
more
do in
coming.
2 parts.
Let's Google it. How many episodes? Because Netflix sometimes releases stuff episodically or like in batches.
Yeah.
Is Adolescence.
Mom, you have to hold it a little further.
Oh, you're right. It is only 4 episodes. It really is only because a lot of other people have the same question.
Yes, it's maddening because I feel like whoever wrote this or produced it got tired and said, you know what, it's good enough. We're just going to end it here. And
maybe it's meant to make your brain think.
It doesn't really make your brain think. I don't know. I'm not happy with it. Anyways, that's my take on Adolescence. The characters are very interesting. The accent is so thick from whatever part of England they're from that you have to have the subtitles on. Otherwise, you have no idea what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very intrigued by it, but then mad. So that's my latest series that I give 2 thumbs down to.
So I've obviously been watching so much TV while I've been sick for 5 days now, and Bobby's gone this weekend, so I literally have freedom of the TV also, because usually he just picks something. And the first thing I watched was, oh my god, what was it called? Oh, My Fault London is what it's called on Amazon Prime. My friends told me to watch it. It's teeny boppery. If I tell you the premise, you're all going to think I'm certifiably insane. It's basically about step siblings that fall in love with each other, but it's really good. It's like a teeny bopper movie. And then I most recently have started watching the Formula One series on Netflix, which has been out for a super long time. They release a new season every year, but I've never watched it.
Is it reality?
Like 7 seasons out.
Or is it?
Yeah, it's like a documentary. It's like how they do Full Swing.
Okay.
But it's for Formula One racing, and I don't know anything about Formula One racing. But it's actually super interesting because, like, obviously it's racing cars, but there's a lot of, like, strategy and politics and stuff that go into, like, the teams and how it works. And I've been enthralled with it. I watched 7 episodes yesterday while I was laying on the couch. So
shout out to cousin Amanda, because that's her favorite thing is Formula One.
I know.
It's a huge fan base. I didn't know anything about it until she started really following it.
I don't even think there's any American teams. So they operate in teams. There's a team that's sponsored by Aston Martin. There's
Ferrari
Mercedes as a team. Ferrari's like obviously like the most probably famous one people would recognize.
So there's
Red
no
Bull is a huge
Americans,
team.
or there's no American teams?
There's no American team, and there so far there's only one guy that's American. He's not even a driver. He runs one of the teams.
Okay.
So I don't think it's a big thing in America, but the season I'm watching is from 2022. I think that's the first year they did an F1 race in Miami. So they're trying to bring it to the States more because I think people like it. And I think it did really well in Miami. But I think it's a huge, like they go to Dubai. And there's a ton of money in it. Like
I feel like I have to
people are
watch it
getting,
to
like-
understand, because what is it? Is it just, I know this sounds ridiculous, but is it just cars going around a track
Yeah, but
so
it's
many
not
times?
like it's not like NASCAR. Like the cars look different. They're like much more. I think they go a ton. Like NASCAR looks like a normal car that they're racing almost.
Yes.
It almost looks like a go-kart. That's how small
Oh.
and like aerodynamic it is. And they're going, like I read online that they're going up to 230 miles an hour. They're going so fast.
But do they stop and do they blow out tires and they stop and change tires like they do in NASCAR?
They stop
or no?
and change tires, but they don't blow out tires. But
Okay.
there's like crashes. Like it's definitely very dangerous, but it seems much more. It feels much more chic than NASCAR.
Yes.
NASCAR feels trashy, and this is like a chic sport that people want to go watch. I don't know. There's
It just
something
seems
cool
like
about
it's
it.
all the guys that are posted look like movie stars.
They do. They're all
Mm-hmm.
really handsome, or like 90% of them, and they're almost like fake looking. They're so handsome. Like the Italian guys for Ferrari are like something out of a movie, but it's really good.
And what's that on Netflix?
Netflix, and there's 7 seasons, but I only went back to season 5. I started because it doesn't really matter. You don't need to have a basis of it. Like it's like watching Full Swing. You could watch any of the seasons.
And my update also is on Love is Blind. They had the reunion after the finale, and everybody had a major glow up. The people didn't even look like they originally did at all.
Want to know why?
Why?
Because I think when you see yourself on screen, you get shocked into having to fix different things or wanting to fix, whether that's right or wrong.
Like now? Like all of
You're
us.
saying, yes, true. But
Yeah.
okay, you have to watch.
I see myself and I'm like, I need to fix that.
I'm an egghead, but Temptation Island on Netflix
I
is
started the
insane.
first episode.
It's absurd. It's basically, so there's 4 couples. They go in to Temptation Island, and they all have some issue or trust issues, whatever. And so the 4 girls go into a villa with 12 single guys, and the 4 guys that are in the couples go into a villa with 12 single girls. And then like once every couple of days, the girls will come sit down. The producers will show them like video montages of what their significant others are doing, and like vice versa. It's the most insane show. And also,
Wait, back up. So if there's a girl and a guy that go together to this island as a couple.
They
They
split.
get separated.
Oh, they get separated.
'Cause it's
so
Oh.
all the
It's supposed to,
girls
like,
that are
build
in, all the
trust.
girlfriends are in a villa with 12 single men, and all the 4 boyfriends are in a villa
Oh.
with 12 single girls.
Okay.
And literally all the girls are so nice and normal, and it's like they picked the dumbest guys in America.
So the couples
Like-
are totally separated. They don't see each other except when they
No.
show them these videos.
They
of
don't
the
even
other.
see each other then, they just see the videos of
Right.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
And
one
then at the
guy-
end, they come together and say, I want to leave with you, I want to leave without you, or I want
So
to
it's
leave
the
with you,
ultimate-
connection.
It's the ultimate in pot stirring.
Yes, and what these people do on camera, I'm like, I can't even imagine what they do off of camera.
And
That's
where is
how
this
insane
one?
it
Where
is.
is this season set?
It's
I
just on
don't
some
think they even
random
say.
house in a island.
Yeah. A
But,
tropical
like,
island
imagine
somewhere.
how crazy you have to be to sign up for that in the first place. Like,
Yeah, something's already really wrong
Yeah.
with you. And now they're all on TikTok, like going after each other. It's wild. But it's really good TV. And much better than Love is Blind.
I think Love is Blind I liked it because, as I said before, that was more normal people. But now that they've all
everyone
had
says
this.
It's the worst season ever.
Who has?
Everyone.
I
That's
didn't
why I
think
never
so.
watched it.
I don't know, but everybody looked like a totally different person when I watched it, the reunion. Some of the
In a
people,
good or a bad way.
just glammed up such they didn't really look like themselves. A lot of people, like, it didn't look like they were comfortable with themselves. And then everybody has to wear the super low cleavage dress with their boobs pushed up into their chin for some reason. That seems to be popular. I don't understand that. And then one girl was accused of talking to a guy after and undercutting her friend, and she pulled out screenshots of all these texts and nailed everybody on the program by showing them on camera. She had printed out screenshots of everything.
Good for her.
So it was sort of interesting, yes. But that's over now. And I think
I'm
there's
sure
one couple
that
got married and seemed to
saw
be
that. They
very
looked
happy.
cute, actually.
Yeah.
Though he got her
Yes.
like tattooed on him, didn't he? That's a no for me.
That's-
Oh, I don't know that. I didn't see that.
He got like her eyes tattooed on his chest or something.
And they were the ones that I
That's
thought were
really uncomfortable.
they were the ones that I thought were going to fizzle because she claimed that he had friended her on Instagram before Love is Blind started. And
Oh,
then
yeah, I
that
heard all
turned
that.
out to be false. And they're the strongest couple that came out of it, ironically.
Well, good for them.
I'm intrigued.
There's usually at least one.
I'm intrigued about that show with Ellen Pompeo that's based off the true story. Have
I
you seen
can't with that story anymore, though. That story's been so overdone.
The
I
adoption
literally
story?
know nothing about it.
What was it?
Natalia Grace?
Yeah, like,
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Natalia Grace.
but the actress that plays like the fake or whatever, like, she creeps me out. Like,
But I
the
think
way
it
they
goes back and
make her
forth.
look.
So for anybody who hasn't watched or heard about it, it's this couple adopts this girl from Russia. Was it? Where was
no,
it?
they
Where's-
got her from South Carolina. I think.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
overseas.
I don't know if
Maybe
they knew
she
she was
originally-
Russian right away.
Like a
But I
don't
think
know what
she
they
is
knew right
Russian,
away.
isn't she?
I think, yeah. Yes.
In any event, then doesn't she have medical issues? And then don't the doctors
Yes.
say that she's really not 12, she's 20?
No, so
I
she
think
gets
they start
adopted
to
and she
figure it
has
out.
medical issues. I think she has a form of dwarfism
Yeah,
or
like,
something
yeah.
along those lines where she's already like really small for whatever age they think she is, 8 or 10. And then the mom like thinks she's starting to like, the mom's she's going through puberty and she's 8 or something. And so then they start like digging into it and they think that she's not. They realize that like her birth certificate from Russia was like redacted, like all this stuff. And then they like put her in an apartment on her own when she's technically what, as far as everyone else knows, 10, but the parents think she's like a full-grown adult.
But
And
isn't she
I don't know.
creating havoc in their lives? Isn't she being very difficult? Isn't that why they put her
I
in the
don't know.
apartment?
I think there's like it's a lot of hearsay.
Right.
There's a lot of okay, but if I was 10 and I created havoc in your life, you're not.
No. I just don't. I'm just asking what the
Yeah.
rationale on their
I
mind
never
was.
actually watch anything on it because it honestly creeps me out, and I don't like stories that there's no like definitive answer to, and it seems like that there's
Why is
no
there
definitive answer.
answer?
Because it's basically like since this all came out, it's been proven. I'm pretty sure that like the parents were in the wrong and she actually wasn't.
Correct.
But then like the
Yes.
parents still stand by the fact that that's not true. Like,
But there's no-
definitive, like someone was wrong.
There's no legal paperwork that
Oh.
proves it one way or the other, I think. Wasn't that the
Or
issue?
proves how old she was.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that everybody was jumping on the bandwagon with the parents at first saying, "Oh, they got duped." And now I think it's gone back the other way that they think, as you said, Emma, that she really was the age she said. I don't know. It's been on TLC and everything. I didn't realize that was the Ellen Pompeo show, but that's not
feel
out
like-
yet.
Every crime thing, it's like they take and beat it till no one cares anymore until they couldn't care less. What they did it with something else recently. I don't know. Every crime story, it's oh my gosh, another movie about it.
Maisie and I were trying to find a new show to watch together. We try to start a show and watch it together and commit to that versus watching them separately when she's traveling, etc. And we were trying to find this medical show that I was
No,
sure had
Emma,
started.
Like, I was
It doesn't
ready.
come out till April. She's been saying it's out since I was there in February. She's like, I think that new
Mom
show.
and
I'm like,
I
"It's
was
not."
literally, we were about to fight because she was like, "Oh, turn it on," and I'm like, "What's it on?" I don't know.
Netflix. I'm
Well,
pretty sure.
I was like, "What's the name?" I don't know, but I
no,
saw
I
it on-
told you it was Netflix.
You didn't know the name.
I know, but I knew it was Netflix.
Yeah, so I go on Netflix. I'm like, it's not here. She's like,
Have you
oh.
guys-
And then she's, check this, check that. And I'm like, I don't know what the name is. She's like, well, it's out, so it's there somewhere. And I'm like, fine. So then she's like, go on this website and look. And I'm like, nothing's coming up. I saw it on there, I swear. So she does her sigh, Emma. She goes, and goes to get her phone. And then she sighs again and then finds, it's called this. I forget what it's called. And so I'm like, fine, I'll look it up on Netflix. And it comes out in April.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom.
Well, it's almost April, but they advertised it literally at least a month ago.
You were
So
like,
it led me to believe
she said, yeah, there's
it
like
was
3
soon.
episodes out. And I'm like,
She's
oh
just
my
making
God.
things up.
I literally was like, you're literally gaslighting me right now.
No, you guys should watch The Buccaneers because it's all out. The first season's out on Apple TV. It came out like a year ago, at least now, and the new season comes out in June. But Nat and I are like obsessed with it. It is literally so good.
I feel like maybe I did watch it.
And what's it on? Netflix too?
Apple TV.
Oh, Apple TV.
It's a period piece, but it's
Yes.
really good. But it's not boring. It's not like... It's really good.
All right, so we have the Ellen Pompeo series that's coming up on TV and Temptation Island that we're going to be watching. Anything else that's coming up that we're going to look out for?
Temptation Island might make you clutch your pearls a little, but that's okay. You can do it.
No, Emma, I was watching.
We're all adults.
I was watching the first episode, and it was like literally 10 minutes in, and Mom walked in, and then one of the girls that comes in to tempt them said something like really inappropriate, and I was like, I hope Mom did not hear that.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, just wait. Oh, you think that's bad?
Like, it made me uncomfy, but I'm
Just
like,
wait.
we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Oh, I know. I have one more thing on Tube Talk. I have the Bachelor finale is coming up this week, and he's down to 2 women.
You're one of the 2 people that watch it.
I know, but I got into it. I feel like I have to finish it. He's very boring, as I've said before, and he's the most confused bachelor ever. They always have the most something bachelor ever
The most
every time
dramatic season yet.
they have that every time. And he is down to 2 women, Letitia and Juliana. And Letitia is the Mormon.
Oh,
and
he kept them.
Oh, yeah.
yes, she's beautiful and I really like her, but I just don't picture how she's going to marry somebody who's not Mormon after he went to see her.
Family didn't care.
They don't seem to care, at least at that party they had, but he just seems very wishy-washy, like he doesn't have any idea about what that lifestyle entails, I don't think. Because they seem to live an actual Mormon lifestyle, the entire family, and it's a huge family.
I'm sure they probably talked about
Does
that.
she?
It appears that she does, yes.
So she just drinks soda on The Bachelor?
I don't know. I
I find that surprising.
maybe. I didn't research that enough.
I would need a lot of wine if I had to be on The
I just
Bachelor.
don't picture him as being ready to get married. He seems like he's
He
just
literally-
on there for star
but
power.
There's no way he can be
Obviously.
Mormon. Like, he literally has an earring.
Mom, if you think anyone goes on there and their top priority is to get married now, with how
Yeah.
big that show is,
No, but
that would be a plus.
No, but some of the guys I think seriously are considering it. He doesn't seem like he's even mature enough or at the standpoint to do that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe he doesn't realize
So.
that.
I'm sticking with it. I'll give you an update next week.
Which one's
Well, you
Juliana?
have to stick with it now. There's one episode left.
Juliana is
She
the
one
Italian girl.
That didn't have. Oh, that's close with her family.
Yes.
What's he do for a living? Do you even know?
It's a good question. I don't know.
You don't.
My thing
know?
is, like, if you're going on there, like, your career can't be that good.
What does
Because,
the
like,
Bachelor
you're
do
probably
for a
giving
living?
up your career.
What does the current Bachelor do for a living?
Maisie's 90 with a Siri. Hey, Siri.
Mom.
Is it Grant? Is
sorry.
his name Grant?
Pot kettle black.
Grant. Yes.
He's a day trader.
Oh.
So he's losing a lot of money right now. He's probably not day trading.
I like how Mom
That's right.
up for using Siri when Mom walks in the house into her Apple Watch every 5 minutes. Siri, find my iPhone. Siri, find my iPhone. Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes.
No, or she'll be like, "Can you get this at the store?"
No, she goes, yeah. I don't know why she has to whisper. She'll go in a corner and she's like, just thinking about for dinner tonight. I'm like, you can just talk into the phone because I can
No,
still
that's
hear
so
you.
true. It's like a low mumble, and I'm like, how does Siri even pick that up?
I was thinking this morning that I was going to go to the store quickly.
Well, thank God it's got a Find My iPhone feature, because otherwise I'm constantly running around with my head cut off.
I feel you, though. I do that too.
Okay, so I think the next thing we have to look forward to, Maisie, is your episode with Bobby. So get that scheduled.
Yep.
Silence.
Is that a commitment?
You will be surprised when it drops.
It's going to come out of nowhere.
Bam! It's going to hit you in the face. Yeah. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Tough Crap. Why is that funny?
Because you're so lethargic.
I'm not, because you're just like in the bottom corner of your video. Like,
I know. I usually like to lounge, but I have outside clothes on, so I can't sit on my bed. Fortunately for me. So, thanks for joining us. It's been real. It's been great. It's been awesome.
See ya.
We'll see ya.